seat on our couch, please.
All right.
I think that's what well, it's good. We still tall.
This is...
Kind of.
My bad.
Yeah. Well,
I felt too short.
what I was gonna say, I'm glad you feel like that because these chairs is low. I just noticed that we did use a different couch, but it's cool. You can grab your a water if you like. Yeah. Would you like water before I start? Oh, okay.
So y'all always do them on Sunday, right?
For the most part, yeah. We work through the week, so yeah.
Did y'all get something done through the Thursday?
No, sir.
Thursday?
Nah, it's all great.
I would say Wednesday I'll be in town, but it's just like this. Why I gotta leave early. I'm having to come work today.
What time you leaving today? Well, it don't matter. We'll be.
Yeah, we good. We good today. We have a good time.
Tell me your name again.
Jerrell.
Jerrell.
Yes.
Okay, Jerrell.
Okay. I guess everybody. Jerrell, Glen, and what's your name? LT?
LT.
Okay. What does that stand for? You don't mind me asking.
That's fine. It's a cool t-shirt.
Okay.
Nobody calls me that except my family.
You ain't gonna buy that.
Unless y'all want to be family.
I mean, shit, we invited.
Maybe by the end of the episode.
Yeah.
King Mary.
Welcome to Urban Culture Conversation, first of all. So we appreciate you. We appreciate you for coming on, bringing your wisdom to our way. So, just kind of I guess start off. So, tell us about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna say from outside perspective, from what I've seen, got like a little flavor and just how you talk about being in different industries. Just tell us your journey on how that started. Like, what motivated you to talk to the people and such?
Yeah, so I started my journey in fashion. So I didn't know anybody, didn't know anything, didn't know anything that was happening in fashion. I just knew that that was a place that I wanted to be. And so I was like, how can I actually begin the process? How can I start with something that's so simplistic that I can just get in? And so I started looking up things, and one of the things that I saw was it was a fashion show that needed coordinators. And so I was like, okay, let me call and see. And this was like a while ago, so you could call people. They put it on Google and call.
Right.
And so I called, and they were like, yeah, sure, come up here. You can be on the committee, random. And so I go and sit on the committee, and everybody's going through, and they're like, okay, you can do this, and then you can do that. And then they come to me, and they're like, LT, like, what do you do? Like, what can you do? And I was like, well, I could get some clothes.
Yeah.
And so when I said that, I was like, okay, so now I got to figure out how to get some clothes. So I started calling places, started calling businesses, from local shops to department stores to all of these places to try to figure out how can I get some clothes. And probably 95% of the pieces that we ended up having in the fashion show were the pieces that I got from all of the stores, all of the departments, all of those.
So what kind of fat? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I be wanting to know because I'll lose my train of thought.
You're good.
But what kind of like fashion show was it? Like,
so this one was Catwalk for a Cause was the name of it.
Okay.
So it was specifically a nonprofit organization that helped women that went through domestic violence that were now coming on their own and really building their lives again. And so it just ended up being a good cause and for a good reason.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was really
That's
good.
great.
And so during that process, I had to learn how to do casting calls and all of those things. And so everybody else knew how to do these things, so I just had to soak it up. I had to learn
on the fly. That's
on the job training.
Sound like me right there.
You got on the job training?
On the job training almost everywhere I went. It didn't matter. College degree and all, they still train you on the job.
That's true. They do
Every
that
job
a
I
lot.
went to.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But that's how it began. And then from there, one of the designers that was on the show, she recommended me to somebody else. And then so I started getting called and started getting asked to coordinate or to do consultations or to work with businesses. And so that's how it began. It like took a process, should I say? It was like years. It wasn't just like quick and I started like making money and doing things. I didn't start making money, I don't think, until like 2 or 3 years doing that. Yeah.
And you really love it.
So I had a job though.
Yeah,
I had 9 to 5 where I had to actually work.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's kind of where it began. And I know I had talked to Glenn a little bit about like the journey, because I was like, from the outside looking in, a lot of people think, and just to be clear, like I look a certain way and like it's a certain.
I don't want to ask because it's rude to ask.
No, it's fine.
But you had brought your daughter in. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
she's grown. Okay.
I am grown. I'm a grown woman.
Okay. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
No, you're fine. I'm 43.
Oh,
Okay.
you look amazing. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I would never get that. I would never say.
I
Shout
never
out to
get the
you,
guess.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, but she just turned 18 on Thursday.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so that's my
Happy
baby.
birthday.
She comes
belated.
everywhere I go.
That's good though.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So that kind of alludes to like what the journey looked like too. Like I got married when I was 18 years old as well, and so we were high school sweethearts, and was married for a very long time. And so those are the things that you actually not married anymore, for the record, but
She's not married, y'all.
okay. No, but shout out. But no, and so these are the things that actually have taught me resilience and how to come into yourself and understand people and patience and growth and all of those things, coupled with the things that I had to learn and endure during childhood. So that's what I was transitioning to. So when I grew up with a severely depressed mother and a father who was in and out of jail my entire life. He did drugs too, though.
Where you from?
I'm from Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City.
I'm from Oklahoma City. Where are you from?
We from here.
Are y'all from here?
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
I go to Oklahoma City all the time, but it's
What you
nothing there.
going for?
Well, I drive for a living, so
Oh.
I pass through there all the time, stop, but it's nothing there. I didn't think we was there at all.
And you know what's? It's funny you say that, because when I started the fashion, because it was in Oklahoma City.
Right.
The only reason why it actually began and why it became a big thing, and different industries and artists began to develop at that time, was because the OKC Thunder came at that exact time. And so it was like, perfect timing.
Yeah.
So that's how that ended up happening, that all of these artists who were already doing things and already developing and already growing had now a platform to be able to do it.
I don't know why.
Exactly.
But when I think of like Oklahoma, even though I'm from Texas,
Yeah.
I think racism. Like, is that something that you dealt with? Like, was that prevalent?
Racism, I will say, I'm gonna be honest with you, I dealt with racism in Oklahoma less than I have anywhere else.
Okay.
People there.
My bad, y'all.
It's fine.
Look,
No,
all the
everybody
Oklahomans-
says that.
No, just-
Oklahomans, you're right, you got that right. But I think people there are just more wholesome. I'm not gonna say that there's no racism, but it just wasn't as prevalent
When
I lived there, should I say.
When I've been, it gives me like small town feeling, but it's a big city.
Yeah.
But it gives me like small town, like not racist small town, but just like melting pot small town.
Yeah.
But it's big though. It's
Like the
huge.
radius. is
Yeah, the
big.
radius is big, but
The
not
population
like-
isn't.
It's a whole bunch of old people. Everybody's
Let me
50 and up.
tell you, I tell people OKC is a perfect place. Retirement. If you were struggling and you like, I need to get my life
I'm
together.
struggling too.
Huh?
The price of living out there is cheap.
It's crazy cheap, but you get the same salary that you would get here. So you get like 80, 90K, but your rent is like $1,000. Right. But you have to think you're in Oklahoma City though too. So
I've been in Tyler.
Yeah.
I remember we had a 3-bedroom house when we was in college. Our rent was $850. Oh,
was that it?
no, it was in Tyler. It was like
East
maybe an
Texas.
hour.
Oh,
and a half
Tyler.
Yes.
away. In East Texas, Tyler, Texas. So,
Okay.
but yeah, man,
Yeah, it's crazy.
take me back, please.
No, because just now I feel like they just gouging people.
Yeah.
It's just money hungry.
Man, I say that all the time. I think I went to Studio Movie Grill, $60 for the tickets.
$60.
I got 4 kids.
Okay.
I
That
have
makes sense,
twins.
That's
But
it.
look
That's
cool,
fair.
right?
That's fair.
$60 for the ticket.
Yeah.
Then the food was like 118 or something like that.
Just food alone?
Yeah, and taxes.
Oh.
And then it was like they charged me another like $20 to pay for the food. I'm like,
Well,
what? It's like certain things that they take advantage of. Like they put people in situations where they, oh well, this is what it is, and it's like, it's kind of capitalism at its best is what it is.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
guess.
Basically what
That's
it is.
true.
So $20 just to get some food, like a
to
surcharge.
pay for it. Like yeah, like
Okay.
not
a
even
sur-
gratuity.
a
They charge
surcharge.
gratuity though. They charge a gratuity, bro. Let's move past it.
Okay.
I'm sensitive.
I was gonna get
No,
mad
I
myself.
was like, they doing all that, but that's true.
But they serving you there, right?
And here's another thing too that make me think about stuff that's going on. So within our community, a lot of these stores we don't own, like the corner stores,
Mhm.
they're owned by people from other countries.
Yeah,
and it's no shade towards anybody, but a lot of those people are taking advantage of us though.
Yeah, and I mean the system actually set it up that way
Mhm.
because even with I don't want to say they were redlined, but in a way they wouldn't allow, like let's say Asians or Indians to have convenience stores
Certain
or
areas.
in certain areas. So they intentionally put them in our communities
Right.
in order to make sure that they weren't allowed to be in other places, and we would have to be relying on them in a way, and we were unable to kind of build our own. And even when we build our own, they tear it down.
Yeah, we don't have the
Yeah.
information, and we don't have the information that the Indians come over here with. Like I work for Indians, and so they taught me a
help
few
each other,
things.
too.
Yeah, that's the main thing is
Yeah.
we're
See,
gonna
but
make
this-
sure we help each other.
Yeah.
This is kind of what I was getting at right here.
Mhm.
I was talking about when they do small things like overcharge people.
Mhm.
Like they'll do it was a thing that they had in Highland Hills, one of the stores in Highland Hills, where they was taxing non-taxable items, and they was just doing it for so long, like just certain things. Like it's been a number of times within this year that I had to be like, man, that's not this. Like you know what I'm saying? And just because I can count a little bit, I'm like, damn, how many people did he get like that? You know, and I've been a co-manager for a gas station, and I know how it go. Like I know people will do that stuff. Like you know what I'm saying? So
Like Algie.
Yeah, and they charge
so
you
it's
for
like
the convenience.
those little things. Not even that. I'm saying your change. It'll say 185, but they'll give you 125. That makes sense, and they'll short you in that way.
What you mean?
What you mean? Say it again.
So it'll
Not
cost
give you all your money back.
but
Not
they'll-
give you all your money back.
like your change.
You're stealing from me. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
Okay, that's
it's
a
been
different thing.
done.
That's a different
yeah,
thing.
that's totally different.
So what you say? They're not counting their money? How's that working?
So people are just taking it. Like I'm not
Absolutely
thinking.
not.
I don't
make
care about
sense?
this 50 cents. Basically, you can have this 50 cents.
It's sad.
I'm not even thinking about this 50 cents.
Oh.
That makes sense. So it's like I'm not doing the math to think about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So we can move past it. It was just something
Nah,
that
I
was
was
like,
interested
No,
in that.
I didn't know
That's
that.
stealing. at this
man, they
point.
do
You know what I'm
stuff like
saying?
that, and it's crazy. I've seen it. I've had it done to me, but
No, that's wild. I just have never heard that
yeah,
aspect of it at all. I mean, as
that's
far
just
as
my story.
no, no, I was just thinking as far as like the stores and things and being able to even get loans that other people get in
Mhm.
the Black community. That's
That
why
part.
we talk about it's systemic.
The loans and
Red lining.
how they help each other keep each
Yes.
other ahead. That's their main. Like even I've talked to them. Like I go to their store. I deliver to retail stores for them.
Yeah.
So it'd be people that they don't even like the other person that's related to them. I'm like, how you deal with this person? Oh, we just send them to San Antonio, open up a store in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're still helping them, but get away from us.
Yeah.
And I was like, we don't do that. When we don't like each other,
We don't do it.
cut you
at
off.
all.
It's done.
Yeah,
They
I
just
don't
send
mess
you
with that
somewhere
side
else.
of the family.
So I was like, that's
I
amazing
hear that
that
all
y'all
the
can do
time.
that. My people don't do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because we should do that. What did you just say?
I don't mess with that side of the family.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
it.
Like that's what they say. My
Yeah,
bad.
they give you a business and send you off because we don't like you. I was like, man, give me a business, send me off.
Send
Thank
me
you.
off and give me the business. I'm
Please.
fine with that.
So, yeah,
We should be doing that though, because they do. In any time, because I talked about this at one of my we're accountability partners.
Mhm.
So I meet with someone every single week because I learned that when you say you're going to do something, if you meet with somebody every week that you're
Oh,
accountable
okay.
to, you're going to do it.
Mhm.
So we talk about these things too, and one of them being even I think I think they were Indians too, but anytime they learn something new, they pass it along to
Mhm.
one another.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Yep.
Anytime they learn something new, they pass it along and they make sure that the other person knows and that they can actually do the same thing, and they show them step by step
Yep.
what they did. That's literally all we have to do. At the same time, I don't want to take away from the fact that when we do certain things and when we do grow and when we are being successful and we're doing those things, even when we try to help each other, it's sometimes just built systemically, like we talked about, to help divide us as
Right.
well. We're probably, I would say, in America, the only group that has to go through that on a regular basis. And I think that people are just now being able to see that these are the struggles that we're going, like they're actually seeing it, and it's like, oh, y'all are actually going through this all the time.
Yeah, and it's
And it's
regular.
not-
Yeah.
It's a regular basis.
Yeah.
So that's a problem.
I was real pro-black, like was real,
Was?
is real.
That's great.
But like my the growth though, like that little drive came when I was in college. I went to a HBCU and it was just like I started to like dive into, like I went through a whole little phase of like I grew up religious, like was in church all the time, and then got to college. I was
Like,
on
were
the
you Baptist?
Baptist.
Yeah, you look Baptist.
You look Baptist.
I've never heard that
Crazy.
stereotype.
I grew up Baptist, so I know what you
I look like I can stump. Look. Yesterday I was in there singing Yolanda Adams yesterday.
See?
But grew up Baptist or whatever, and then I went to college, and then I started thinking like, okay, I don't know, Hidden Colors, watching all that type of stuff. I was like, man, in Africa, man, we was worshiping stars and watching the moon and stuff. So I'm thinking like that. So a lot of my stuff, like, I didn't believe, so to speak, in the Christian reality. Like religion.
Okay.
I believed in God because I felt like, it's something bigger than us. Like, I believe in that power of whatever it might be. But even when I went through my car wreck and I was like, my mom was like, she was praying. I was like, man, the doctors did that. Like I was saying, like, maybe God allowed them to learn that, but the doctors did that. Then something in me, I don't know what it was. It's just like a light just clicked on to where I wanted to grab more towards my upbringing. And I always say, like, religion work if you work it, no matter what it is. If you're using it to be a better person, then it'll work. Like, even if you try to be Buddhist but you're using it to be a better person, I feel like, those little points count. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere it counts. So all that to say that I feel like sometimes you have to tap back into your roots. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
right.
really search for, like, now it's like every day I listen to a sermon or something like that. For sure, not every day, but most of them.
Yeah.
But in that search for finding something more than myself,
Yeah.
and then believing or pushing past, like, or just, sometimes life get hard, so you have to hold on or find faith in something to push past that. So
That's real.
yeah,
That's good. That actually reminds me of, because one of the books I try to read every year is The Alchemist. And if you haven't read it, you have to read it. It's a great book.
check that out.
Yeah, for real. So it's one of the easiest reads I've ever read. And it's so simplistic. So I won't like say the whole thing, but ultimately it's about a man like going on a journey to find a treasure, but in the end realizing that the treasure was already where he was. So that's exactly what you were saying.
Yeah.
Ultimately is so many times we try to look at and find happiness or hope or things outside of ourselves, but not realizing that it's already something that is within us, and the resources and the things that are already within us that we just have to manifest from that.
Yeah, that's I don't believe in the religion thing, but I'm more of, I feel like you can find it within. That's kind of, believe in God, the whole thing, but the religion thing, I won't get into it, but I feel it's cultish. But I feel like you can find it within. And that kind of, I don't know how to say that. I believe that love, but I believe
you
it's
can say
within.
whatever you want.
No, because it comes out wrong.
It
on
comes
the
off
camera.
bad. Oh,
So,
but
yeah.
okay, I'll say this because religion is different than relationship. So that is the difference. I know for me, I'm big on relationships. So love God, have a relationship with Jesus, love me some
That's
Jesus.
how I feel.
This is
Now
what
that
it
you say
is.
something,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
how I feel.
That's how you feel. See, that's what you meant.
Mhm.
So because religion has scarred people,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's
I'm one of those people.
there you
for
go.
sure.
And that's
Yeah.
a lot of what has happened. And so for me, you can't allow people to reflect your relationship
Mhm.
with God, because if you think that they should be a pure reflection of God, that means you don't have your own relationship. Because if you knew who God was, it was like whatever someone else is doing is what they're doing.
Yeah, as I got older, I understood that, but I got scarred so young, I went away from it and I never went back. But it's like,
That
okay,
happens.
you know, I got a grandfather that's a pastor, and he's too old now, but I seen him do his humanly things, and it made me like get away from it.
Yeah.
But I still took some of the lessons that he taught, and like, what they say, faith without works. I'm like, I just do the work, you
Yeah.
can keep the faith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I get that, but I think the faith part is just believing. But I was going to say, a lot of times, I worked in the youth part program that I was in, or worked for. I worked with a pastor, and he was sometimes he just always made me feel like comfortable. But he still talked. He was like, he dressed as like he was like us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he still like he easily fit with the kids, like everything. But he always like made me feel like, okay, we can't forget that those pastors or those people are human. Like
Yeah.
we can't.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think that's the part. Like a lot of stuff that I'm learning like right now is like grace. Like you got to give grace because grace was given to you.
Yeah.
Or like in a sense of like, shoot, you did this, but you ain't dead. So it's like, take those little things into consideration. Is what I be saying. It's like, yeah.
That's why I'm very cautious of, and I'll say this because it's some things that I know like I'm called to do, right? At the same time, I'm so cautious because when you do certain things and you are put in a certain position, there is an expectation. It
Right.
just is. It just is what it is. And if you don't feel like you can meet that or that, and I'm not saying the perfection of it because nobody's going to be perfect, but it also comes with you being able to be vulnerable and you being able to be open and be honest.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, we
that's
would
what I
all love that.
Yeah, but it's like I guess I don't know if it's my perception. If I perceive you to be perfect, you need to be perfect. But if you come to me like, hey, I got flaws, like, okay, I'm gonna give you a short example.
Yeah.
My grandfather, I didn't really have a great relationship with him, but his best friend had a great relationship with his best friend. But they were both at the same church house. The best friend was a deacon, my granddad's the pastor. But my granddad would tell me, his best friend would tell me stories about my granddad before pastor. And I was like, oh, he was like me. But my granddad never told me that story, so I would have felt more connected to you if you would be like, just be an open book with me and don't give me the pastor perfection thing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it veered me off.
So
that was
yes.
the mistake. That was the mistake.
I think now that you say that, like I think a lot of times, like I work with kids, so a lot of times I might get caught up in the process of wanting them to do it right and not connecting first. Like, I ain't gonna say I know I try to do it a lot, but sometimes I feel like, dang, where's the disconnect sometimes? Because I'm the type of person where I want to be able to connect to each one, teach one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to connect to the kids so I can like enlighten them on different ways of process of going through stuff. But I know I just feel like I need to connect more, and I use the process of what I know to be right and start from there when I shouldn't. You get what I'm saying? Like I should probably meet them on their level a little bit more. I'm just reflecting right now that y'all saying this. So my bad. It's a revolution. It's real time.
You had a revelation.
I said revelation. Revolution. But yeah. So we can push past it like
just fast that.
yeah.
He said, "Okay, can we move
smoothly?" But now, what are you doing like right now? So I know you're doing like, is it life coaching or something like that?
It's personal development.
Okay.
Coaching and public speaking as well. So, I actually have created a guide now. It's a starter guide that you can actually download for free right now. It's called Purpose to Impact Starter Guide. And so it actually will help you literally today give you a step by step to be able to at least start. And then there's one that you can purchase. That one is just like $10.99 and it's the full spectrum. So what I realized is everybody's in parts within the journey. So the first part is typically you need to play it.
All right. That ain't loud.
It's not loud at all.
I want to be able to check everything. I'm
No.
Hey, he went somewhere else now.
Okay, cool.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
No, you said what is he doing? Oh, probably some, it's after work hours.
Oh,
Probably that. I know they was working on the HVAC systems, so that might be what that is. No telling.
no, it's fine.
Yeah, so far right there now.
We'll just speak up. That's cool.
No, it's good. No, so the first process is typically getting clarity within yourself and uncovering your purpose. And then one of the last steps or latter steps would be you're already in your purpose or you're already in your journey, but you want to have a greater impact.
Right.
So what the guide and the blueprint does is help you have a step-by-step process that you can actually follow.
Sound like therapy. For $10.99,
Well,
I take it. It's cheaper. It's cheaper.
I do have a degree in psychology, so
Oh, you
it's
do?
probably
That's
why.
great. That's great.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
so that's probably why.
I'm afraid of therapy.
Or-
Because I guess I don't understand it, but also I don't understand it. So it's kind of like I don't
you're
understand
afraid
the
of something you
boundaries
don't
of what you
understand.
can say, and I don't understand, do I even need it? Because most people that have it, that go. I got a brother, I got a bunch of people that go, and they be telling them stuff they already know. I'm like, tell me something that I don't know.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah.
When you
like if
talk
I'm,
to
I never.
no, when you talk to the people that have
Yeah,
not.
when I talk to my brother, he tell me, and then she give him the step by step, and it's like, I already knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you knew that he may not have.
Right, so that's why I feel like
So they would give you something that you need and you didn't know. So it would be different.
Okay.
So you have to have. It's just like when you exercise, right?
Right.
So you may not
What level
exercise
you
5
start
days. You may not exercise 5 days a week, but it's still being able to have like that capacity to be able to still be strong. And so as far as mentally, you have to do that as well. And it helps. It should, depending on which one you get, but mentally and spiritually as well, so that and it could help you reconnect to things that you didn't even realize that you.
Yeah, that's what I want to find, but it's like, how far does client therapist commit? I forgot the word.
Confidentiality.
Oh.
How far does that go? How far does that range? Is it a limit?
What do you mean? Like
if you open up all the way.
Can I tell you that? And you
say
can't.
Yeah, it's.
Okay. So
How
it's
far
an
does it go?
ethical boundary that, they have to report. Like, if you tell them that you're abusing a child or something,
Okay.
they have to report
Right.
things like that if you're a harm to someone else, or
Past tense.
if it's past tense.
Yeah.
Like, how far? If there's like a limit,
What?
look, let's just
10
be clear.
years
I'm not a therapist.
Right, I mean, that's the part I want to know. Because since you said that kind of sparked that in my brain. Like,
But
How
I don't
much
know if
can you-
there's a statute of limitation on that.
See,
Like,
no,
how
I
far
did.
it was.
Don't
Did
worry
you kill
about it.
somebody?
I'm going to take my 1099 and we'll figure it out from there. So
No,
we
for
go
real.
to-
But
Yeah.
no, I feel like it's good for everyone to. I feel like you should at least try it once to see.
See,
how
I
you
want to do
feel.
it to make sure. I promise you, the only reason why I want to go is to prove myself right.
What do you mean?
I just feel like I'm right.
You feel like you're right about everything? Wait,
Nah,
so
like-
have you not gone to therapy before?
No, I've never gone to therapy, but I've done a lot of personal research and personal reading and book, like in a lot of books, to where I've personally tried to grow myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Still doing it, still working on it, but it's like I make efforts to learn what things are so that I can try to better it. Like, it's a process of habits, we learn that, but like I feel like I'm a psychologist too.
I bet you do.
I feel like I can self-fix all my problems, That's what I feel like. And I have.
It's just being
I have
able to
up to
have.
the point.
Okay, so it's kind of like we talked about, right? How when you're in a community with people, they teach you something that you didn't know before.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
And I
it's the
receive
same concept. It's like you're having this conversation with someone who knows things that you technically don't know just because they actually, went further in as far as getting a degree in it,
Right.
which is why. And so you're meeting them and they're talking to you and they're giving you knowledge that you didn't know because they spent all these years to get this knowledge, and they're they're not giving it to you because you got
Yeah, it's too much money. That's what I'm saying.
but they're still giving you some information and tools and things and resources that you didn't know were available because you just didn't know that they were available.
So it's cheaper for me to just go figure it out myself.
It may take longer, or it may take your whole life.
Yeah, I'm with saving money.
Nah, I know sometimes, I don't know why, it's almost like this notion of it not being cool to learn, like within like youth. It's like, he's smart, like just
Still, like that happens.
yeah,
I remember back in the day, like it was a thing. I didn't think it was the thing now.
it still be a little thing
it's
like
probably
that.
worse now.
Really?
Yeah, because the attention span is so much shorter. Like the attention span is like this.
Yeah.
I work with teens and during the day, but then in the evening is 10, 11-year-olds. And it be so much ups and downs. I be like, ooh, like you can tell that they grown into, especially the little girls. Like you can tell that they growing into themselves, like in a way. That's why sometimes I be hesitant to deal with them because I can't relate certain ways because look, I can't get with no attitude. I get out of my classroom. But sometimes it's like I be wanting to, like I was saying, those are the people I was talking about earlier. I was like, dang, maybe I need to learn how to build a connection first with them, just to reach them on their level. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, that makes sense. Because I did teach as well. So that was part of the journey.
Got a lot of hats. I love it. A lot of hats.
So that was part of the journey. So I went from fashion to education because I'd gotten, so long journey short, I'd moved to the place that I wanted to be. I ultimately wanted to be a buyer within the industry, and I became that. And then it just wasn't fulfilling. And I was like, this is not, it was like a lot of vainglory. It was a lot of God complexes. It was just a lot going on. And so I moved to Florida because I worked for a major company there. And then I moved to Florida and then I moved back home to OKC. And I was like, what am I going to do here? Fashion was gone. Everything was gone that had started at that point. I'm pretty sure that's probably when James Harden had left and all that. But it's another story. So dumbest mistake, but whatever. So I go and I'm like, okay, like what can I do? So I saw a position in a school district and it was business, like business admin. I was like, oh, I know business, I can do this. And so I go there and I have an interview, and then the superintendent ends up being there. And then by the end of the interview, she was like, you need to be a teacher. And I said, I said, okay. Right. And then so I ended up it was a month later because this was in the summer, teaching. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
What'd you teach?
I taught a lot of subjects. So I taught history, Avid, chemistry, English.
that's why she said that.
What I said? What?
No, that superintendent, she needs some teachers to fill these roles.
First of all,
she running game.
that was two different places, so we're not gonna do her like that. No, but so that's when I began to learn about kids, and what I learned is you have to set the standard in your classroom. So I had norms that I had developed, and so basically talk to them at the beginning of the school year, first day. What are our norms that we're going to have in the class? What do you all feel about this? And so then they actually create the rules and the regulations and the policies for the classroom. So they don't feel like it's just you.
What do we call it? It's a word I can't think of.
Oh, that you call.
Within our group, it's
That's a group thing?
Yeah, basically it's like we all get together at the beginning of the semester, semester, whatever.
The year, yeah.
And we'll have a list of things that we agree upon. Like what are some of the rules that we're gonna make? I know, like if they cuss, 10 push-ups or 10 jumping jacks. Like even if the girls, like you gotta do lady push-ups. Like y'all, we try to set the standard. And even if I was to cuss, I do the same thing. Like it's kind of that we hold ourselves to the same standard of each other. But
that's good.
Yeah.
And that's how you like develop that. And that's what I was thinking about even when you were talking about like the smart people, because I remember in my classroom we celebrated that. And so being able to have that as a
Pizza
standard.
parties. Yeah.
Or even just like people supporting if someone else does well within the classroom. So those type of things just set an environment of comfort and of understanding for anyone who is seemingly different. I had so many kids that actually would help. You have kids that have special needs like within the classroom, which you should at this point. And so being able to have other students just help them and develop them and just work with them and just having that camaraderie because they're there all day long.
Right.
And they see you and they see the staff all day. So you have to be able to have that.
Okay, I get that. That's how it is. I don't see a lot of them helping the kids that I got that are like that, but I do try to make them aware. Like a lot of times they'll try to. I deal with kids in the poverty-stricken area, so they're a little bad.
No,
so
I did too. It was alternative school.
Oh shoot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
But
for sure. I love them way more than the uppity kids that I had.
Yeah, of course.
Because they're so much more appreciative.
They do.
When you
Sometimes.
really care.
Yeah, that's how the
When they know you
alternative.
care.
They looking for somebody to care.
Yeah.
That's normally what they probably.
Okay.
I heard you. I heard you.
I was one of the alternative school kids.
I guess I ain't never been alternative
Yeah,
school.
for sure.
But now I get the process of like, wanting to have that, but it's like, shoot, these kids be on a whole nother level sometimes. But I want to pivot a little bit because something I think about now that we on this kind of like learning life thing. I hate when people be like, well, I need time for myself and I need time for me or to get myself together, and they don't do nothing. Like,
Wait, which people?
Oh, you going?
Who
You threw me out.
like how you see it on social media. Like, I might scroll and be like, and somebody notes, I need to get myself together. I need time to myself, or just even people that I know in the past.
Yeah.
I need to get myself together. Okay, well, shoot, what are you gonna do? Like, what is your steps and what are your process of
Like,
bettering yourself?
Getting their life together is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, and they don't do anything to change. That makes sense. Like, people go through these little fake
Are these
moments.
people that you know or something?
Of course, it's all things that I've witnessed or seen. Like,
Yeah.
everything. Well, you sound a rap. Everything I speak is real facts. But it's just stuff that I've noticed. Like, I'm very observant. Like, a lot of times I play the back and watch.
Yeah.
And so I see a lot of times that people be like, I'm gonna just take. I
Why
don't
do you
know if
think
I'm
they
not
do
explaining it
that?
right.
No, but why do you think that they do?
I don't
just
know.
to
That's
be-
why I was going to ask you, dog.
No, because it could be twofold. It could be because they're actually trying to, but they just don't get, but they don't know how to, like
Okay.
which therapy helps with.
Yeah.
Or they're just doing it to be seen, and they just want.
It's a lot of that going.
Yeah, I think that's.
I want to, cry for help almost.
Yeah.
Cry for
But
help
the
in a
catch
different
is,
way.
to go to catch. Okay, and I guess. Okay, I'm talking about my life. Okay.
Okay.
So like mostly it's like those people you could be like, okay, well, this is how you should do this, and you can give them a solution.
I
It's
already
not
know where
like
this is
it's not like
going.
he's talking to a woman.
Wait, what?
It's not like he's
Talking to a woman.
No, I'm saying like when a girl says, "Hey, I need to get my life together." If you trying to give them answers, they kind of sometimes
They just
don't
want you to listen.
That's it.
That's what you're
They don't
saying.
want answers. They don't want solutions.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, to us,
To
for
us,
me,
I
we
guess,
logical.
us.
To them, it's like I'm just expressing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like you kind of gotta know. You gotta walk it slow almost. If you're gonna give them a solution, you kind of gotta let them walk into it. Like
they,
so what would
that
you
they
do?
did it.
What you think? You
Like
gonna
you
go left,
gotta
right,
make
here,
it seem
left,
like.
right,
See,
there?
that's another thing that I don't really
You gotta
care
ask
for.
What don't you care for?
I don't like.
You don't like the manipulation of that?
I don't like have to always consider your feelings, like in a sense of like, and not selfishly, but in a sense of like, before I do this, let me check in with this on some small stuff. I remember one time, please don't be mad. I lied to my girlfriend at the time. I had said that I had got
Is
off
she
like
still
an
your
hour.
girlfriend?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
like
okay.
it was like whenever my cousin lived. I got off like an hour early, and I just pulled up to my cousin's house and kicked it. And I was like, "Oh nah, I'm at work." I don't know why. I said, "Dang, why did I just lie?" Because I felt like she would have been mad that I'm not at home because she was off that day.
Oh, well, you knew she would have been mad then.
Yeah, but why?
But you should have just see. This is the thing.
Okay, there we go. That's the conversation I want. Here we go.
No, but that's the thing. If that's what you want to do, and this is like what you want to take time to do, just say that's what I want to take time to do. And if she's upset later, at least you gave her an opportunity of you being honest, and she could deal with it however she wanted to do.
Yeah, you
it.
compounded it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Mostly
So it's like,
compounded.
and that's the thing. Like with even, I want to go into dating because it's a whole nother subject.
I want to go into marriage. I do want
You want to go to a
marriage?
marriage?
Because I plan on getting married next year. So
Okay.
that's what I'm trying to.
That's exciting.
Drop the bomb.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I told nobody that, but I am planning on getting engaged next year.
Okay.
So yeah, I do want to go that way. So
Yeah.
you got a little bit. If you don't want to go too far, it's cool. But
No, it's
give us
perfectly
whatever-
fine.
Whatever we can take.
I love the institution of marriage. Let me just be very, very clear. It's beautiful. Especially if you're doing it with the right person.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you have to make sure that you are careful about who you attach yourself to,
Mm-hmm.
because this is the person that will be within this journey with you, and they can deter you from the journey or they can propel you to it.
Gotcha.
So you have to make sure that you're attached to the right person, which, I mean, it was a lot of growing pains. Like I said, I got married super young anyway. And so I didn't know myself and who I was. And so that's another thing in marriage, is just making sure your person that you marry today is not going to be the same person that you marry in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be okay with the person developing and growing and learning themselves and being a different person. You're going to be married to about 20 different people by the time this is over with. It just is what it is. And so being able to be pliable and adjusting and making sure that you all have that communication will take you far. It makes a huge difference. But you can't be a person who's stuck on not changing.
Yeah,
Because it'll always have to change.
I expect evolution. I feel like in life, that's the only constant
Sorry,
thing.
I'm LT Hunt, founder of Creative Impact. You can go and download the Purpose to Impact guide today. This will actually help you step by step to get started on your purpose to impact. And once you do that, then you can go over and schedule a clarity call with me personally, and it's a consultation. I'll send you a pre-assessment, and then we'll go over the things that you need, and then after that you can actually see how you want to make your next steps. So I would say check out my website, creativeimpactgroup.org. Go through there. I help educators, corporations, and entrepreneurs help them find their purpose in the work that they do. So I'm excited to work with you all today, and I will see you soon.